The official death toll from the coronavirus in China has risen to 6. Doctors now say the virus can be transmitted from person to person. That's troubling. And that led to fears it will spread faster, prompting increased precautions like masks, especially for travelers. Today, Taiwan is reporting its first infection, a woman who had visited Wuhan, China. That's the epicenter of this outbreak, and it's where we find Ramy Inocencio. Ramy, good morning.
Good morning. Officials here in Wuhan have designated 9 hospitals as treatment centers, including this one right behind me. That's on top of 61 fever clinics and an expert medical team. Now, one piece of good news is that Chinese scientists have also said they figured out the DNA sequence of this virus. That opens this up to potentially new treatments and possibly a vaccine. As hundreds of millions of Chinese residents migrate across the country to ring in the Lunar New Year, confirmation the virus can be spread between humans raises the possibility it can be transmitted more quickly and more broadly. That poses an even greater challenge for China and nearby nations to contain the outbreak. Travelers with masks, quarantine stations, and temperature checkpoints are becoming common sights at airports and train hubs across Asia. This man we spoke to outside a Wuhan hospital says it's difficult to contain the spread of the virus, but believes the government can handle it very well. The number of known infections has risen sharply since yesterday, topping 300 cases in China alone. At least 15 hospital workers in Wuhan have been diagnosed with the virus.
If, in fact, a person has infected a healthcare worker, that's obviously of some concern.
Dr. Anthony Fauci from the National Institutes of Health says the human-to-human transmissions could be isolated incidents, but
when you get sustained transmissibility from one person to another, to another, to another, then you have a more serious problem, because then that would allow for a much broader type of an outbreak.
The World Health Organization says it'll assemble an emergency committee of experts. They will meet Wednesday to decide whether this epidemic constitutes a global emergency and how best to contain it. Gayle?
Ramy Inocencio reporting from Wuhan, China. Thank you.